Hello, and welcome back to Dishonored. Yeah, we're here with Billy at the end. I was going to go back and get the bone charm, but you know what? We're in this for the story. One of the reasons why I started doing these videos is to stop myself from trying to complete everything and let the story flow at a, normal pace. Because you shouldn't have to 100% anything. At least not the first time through, maybe the second or third time. Not that I've done that, but anyways, let's go. Yes, Billy, we're ready to go.
Let's go home.
Time to go home. Hostiles killed 1. Yet I was never detected. I don't know who I killed. I actually did not miss as many as I thought I did. 1 rune, 1 bone charm. But yeah, I raided all of Timsh's chests. Why wouldn't I? And then I had him arrested, and I spoke with Delilah. That was odd. Delilah is a powerful witch who leads a coven that has moved into the ruins of Brigmore Manor. You've returned to your hidden base in the flooded district to plan your next move.
Jessamine Caldwell's hands were all that was holding this city together. With her dead, this city was a fast disintegrating web of guardsmen, overseers, nobles, weepers. Maybe this was the world the outsider was trying to show me all along. For years, I'd held together a shadowy band of ex-mercenaries, street kids, and refugees through discipline and a bit of black magic. On the fringes of a city that ate up innocence and weakness. Maybe today was the end of that small world. I thought of Jessamine Caldwell's hands shuddering as she lost her grip on life. Whatever doom was coming, I deserved it. My people didn't.
Yay! Improved armor and boot stealth, as well as stun mine extra charge. Should probably use those. Stun mines. Interesting. Let's upgrade first. Definitely boot stealth. Always boot stealth. All the boot stealths. There we go. More sleep darts would always be nice. I'm not going to buy the improved armor because I want to spend it on other things. So let's get some more stun mines. And I want to start using those. I'm going to try to force myself to use them. Extra bolts will actually be useful for stuff like river crusts and stuff like that. Favors. Nothing! Good, because I was buying a lot of everything. I have 1. 11. I can have up to 3, so I'll wait and see if I find those out in the world. I wish you could replace the arc mine with the stun mine, but I guess not. Alright, let's do this. Oh yeah. Home sweet home. Oh, honey, I'm hitting E because I'm an idiot. I'm home. Hey, I have my own key. Hi, Billy.
Doubt we've been attacked. Overseers are tearing the place apart. Looking for you.
Fuck.
They're holding our remaining men, and their leader is in your chambers as we speak. If we take him out and free our men, we can still drive the Overseers back.
I want to know how the bastards found us in the first place.
Yes, that would be more interesting than anything. Ooh, sleep darts right away. Good thing I didn't buy any. Well, this is unfortunate. So I'm wondering if this was the same siege, most likely it is, timing-wise, that happened before Corvo decided to come pay Dowd a visit. I guess decide is a strong word. Anything down here? Probably also look. Bone charm, runes. There's stuff. I understand now that there's stuff. Okay, nothing here. Oh. You know there's gonna be something on one of these floors. I just know it. I don't remember if there actually is or not. I just know there will be.
You mean he saw a chance for personal glory and acted prematurely?
Careful. Your careless words will bring us both down.
You
Oops.
worry too much. The
Oh, I missed it.
Squad after what happened last night?
Oh well.
Never doubt it.
The guys with the masks. They're a little bit more devout. Memories. Excerpt from a captain's deathbed memories. I tell you, the very sight of an animal is uplifting. Its size rivals the largest boats, and its songs resound across the ocean. Great fins are as long as 2 men. A single fin is as black as the rocks at the bottom of the darkest waters, but the remainder of the animal is as white as Tyvian snow. Even the tentacles hanging beneath its face are the palest white, twisting and dragging in the cold depths. When the great whale breaks, everything else is lost from focus, distant and diminished, as if you were transported to a lost, lonely place that does not, cannot exist. My entire life I ran after this dream, burned into my mind when I was but 10 years old. Since my first year at sea, the apparition has never left me. I have hunted its trace, following half-told rumors of the thinnest of clues, part of a song played by musicians in a Morley pub at the edge of town north of Cocklaney, once from a sketch, found among the belongings of a dead sailor. On rare occasions I was guided by more substantial evidence, an evening's meal and a conversation with the captain who had sighted the great whale a season past. At 13, I was already well familiar with the whaler foam, and by 16 years, I was second captain sailing uncharted stretches of sea. When I got my rickety boat at 20, I was already known as the bloodiest whale hunter in all the Isles, the most consumed, the maddest with frustration. Hunting and killing hundreds of whales, I never saw it again. I drove my ship and my men like hounds into the worst winter. Over a lifetime, I carried my hope of seeing it, touching the cool, dead flesh once it was hoisted over the deck. I needed to hear its song again, to understand the effect it had over me, to immerse myself in its final moments of life. Now, racing against my age and infirmity, my growing madness is killing this vision, this childhood dream, so that I wonder if it was ever real to begin with. My life seems already written and I have failed. I realize now that it was crazy, this dream. Did it really exist in this world? In mine, yes. Okay, so basically he's the captain for Moby Dick. Been a long time since I read that. Hup. Oh, hi, how you doing? I'm gonna go back now a little bit. Still walking? Oh, still walking this way. Turn away. Oh, there's another one. Oh God, there's everywhere. Turn around. I'm gonna put you right here. Well, I'm gonna have to be careful because you can barely hear it, but somebody has one of the music machines. Why did you turn around twice? That was odd. Come on, guys, I don't have all day. And again, turn around twice.
Ricardus claims he memorized the litany.
Okay. What are you doing? What you reading, buddy? Don't worry. I can read it for myself, don't worry. I'm not being nosy, your face is nosy. There you go. Now before I read that, I want to take care of this guy. Gotcha. Shh, shh, shh. Don't worry. It's my house. I know the ins and outs. You never had a chance. There you go. My first body dump. Always great when you first have one of those in a mission. Alright, what do we got here? The Deep Watchers. Excerpt from a natural philosopher's journal. Before the cable snapped, there was nothing to see, nothing to report. My lantern revealed only an endless depth below, and my mission felt like a bitter failure. I would have returned to the surface empty-handed, but now, at the cost of my life, I have made a profound discovery. So I write these words in the hope that someday my companions will recover this diving bell, which has become my tomb, and find this journal. I want others to know what I have seen here, what extraordinary events have transpired. Frost is gathering on the inside of the thick portals, and my breath is misty. It has been 6 hours since this ill-fated adventure began, and my calculations make it clear that there is no more than an hour of good air remaining within the sphere. What brought me here? Curiosity? A desire for glory? Financial gain? In all the months I spent designing the submersible, my mind had been fixated on the minute details, tempering the glass portals, the airflow from the surface to the sphere, the ingenious switch that would allow communication via bells with the ship above. I pored over every element in the design and construction of this apparatus. Why had I never considered that the creatures here might resent my intrusion? That they would lash out at the iron monstrosity plunged deep into the unfathomable darkness? It happened in an instant. Out of the inky depths, the great fluke of a whale slid past my lantern, casting wide shadows into nothing. A second later, what had been a steady, controlled descent became a gut-churning tumble. The metal around me groaned, and I felt certain that the sphere would soon implode from the pressure. The spinning dizzied me, such that I could scarcely keep my feet. Then, the savage collision, whereupon my skull struck the deck, and I blacked out. A precious hour of my time was spent in that fitful sleep, and when I awoke, the sickening realization came upon me. Cut off, untethered, and completely removed from the world above, with no chance of returning. I extinguished my lantern some time ago in order to conserve air, and only then did the ghostly radiance of the seafloor reach my eyes. Not the seafloor itself, but the tiny, tentacled creatures that swarm over it. They create a carpet of soft colors, twisting and moving in the waves as if they are singing with light. It is in this dim luminosity that I can see them, the leviathans, the great whales. Here in their domain, they move with grace and elegance, with purpose. They have approached the sphere repeatedly now, one almost touching the portal with her great eye. As I stare into the orb, it is clear to me that the thing is not mindlessly searching for prey. It is observing me. It is curious. One by one, they approach and peer into my window. There is an unnerving sense of intelligence in that gaze, devoid of malevolence. For a time, they examine me, my predicament, and allow themselves to drift off to trace the broken cables along the seafloor. I dream that one will take the cables in its great jaws and haul me back to the surface. But it is only a rapturous fantasy of the thinning atmosphere. I find myself gasping now, while the creatures move away and watch from a distance. Their song is different here. I've heard it for years on the surface, but here it's soulful and moving. The natural philosopher in me is beginning to suspect that the song has notes that we cannot even detect. But here in the depths they can be felt. I believe they are trying to comfort me while I die. First researcher Douglas Church, ESS Keeper, Forward Exploration Vessel, Academy of Natural Philosophy. I have no doubt that at least in this world, if not in our own, the whales are intelligent. And butchering them the way that they are doing is wrong. Of course, butchering them in that way, whether they were intelligent or not, is wrong, because we're the intelligent ones. We should treat those that are subjectively lesser than ourselves better. Otherwise, we're just as bad as the animals that we butcher.